For four unassuming young men who met in a London university, that song wasn't just a hit. It was the launch code for one of the biggest, most enduring careers in modern music history. This is the story of Coldplay, the band that mastered the intimate heartache, then redefined the stadium spectacle. The story begins in 1996 at University College London, UCL. Chris Martin, an earnest, music-obsessed student, encountered Johnny Buckland, a softly spoken guitarist. They quickly found common ground, forming a bond that would become the core of their sound. Soon, Guy Berryman joined on bass, bringing a quiet, steady presence. They cycled through names, Pectorals, Starfish, before settling on Coldplay, suggested by a friend who was dropping the moniker. The final essential piece arrived with Will Champion, a multi-instrumentalist who, despite initial lack of experience, quickly mastered the drums, cementing the lineup that remains unbroken to this day. Their early sound, captured on the independently released Safety EP, was introspective, influenced by artists like Jeff Buckley and Radiohead. This sound, characterized by melancholic acoustic textures and Chris Martin's vulnerable falsetto, culminated in their 2000 debut, Parachutes. Then came the moment of ignition. Yellow, a track reportedly composed almost on accident while looking up at the night sky, was a breakthrough. Its soaring melody and simple universal lyric launched them from the club circuit to global recognition. Suddenly, Coldplay were not just a promising new alternative band. They were the architects of a new, sensitive, post-Britpop rock sound, earning a Brit Award for Best British Album and a Grammy for Best Alternative Music Album. The pressure on the sophomore album was immense, but Coldplay rose to the challenge with their 2002 masterpiece, A Rush of Blood to the Head. This album was a deliberate shift, bolder, more dramatic, and infinitely more confident. Tracks like The Defiant In My Place and the emotionally devastating ballad, The Scientist, showcased an expanded emotional range. The true signature, however, was Clocks. With its hypnotic repeating piano motif, it became a cultural phenomenon, winning the Grammy for Record of the Year, and proving their uncanny ability to craft anthems that were both intimately emotional and universally resonant. The subsequent tour transformed their reputation, establishing them as a powerful world-class live act. The follow-up, X and Y, 2005, maintained their momentum. Released to feverish anticipation, it delivered another set of colossal stadium moments, most notably the towering cathartic ballad, Fix You, an ode to resilience that quickly became an anthem for overcoming grief and struggle. The album was the best-selling record worldwide in 2005, solidifying their status as global titans of melancholic grand rock. In 2008, Coldplay made a conscious decision to tear up their own blueprint. Working with legendary producer Brian Eno, they released Viva la Vida, or Death and All His Friends. This was a sonic metamorphosis. They traded the introspection of Parachutes for a rich tapestry of orchestral grandeur, layered textures, and a deliberate sense of maximalist color. The title track, Viva la Vida, an immediate global sensation, gave them their first-ever Billboard Hot 100 #1 in the US, securing Song of the Year at the Grammys and confirming their successful artistic pivot. The creative evolution continued with Milo Ziloto, 2011, a concept album presented as a neon-colored rock opera. The band fully embraced EDM and pop structures, scoring huge hits like Paradise and Every Teardrop is a Waterfall. Crucially, the accompanying tour introduced the Zylobands, LED wristbands distributed to the entire audience, turning every concertgoer into a part of the dazzling light show, and making the Coldplay live experience legendary for its visual unity. A brief stark contrast arrived with the intimate electronic heartbreak of Ghost Stories, 2014, yielding the ubiquitous club-infused ballad, A Sky Full of Stars. They immediately swung back with the joyous, celebratory pop-funk of A Head Full of Dreams, 2015, a pure uplifting party record featuring collaborations with Beyoncé. The subsequent tour became one of the highest-grossing concert tracks of all time, confirming their mastery of the global stadium circuit. As the 2020s approached, Coldplay continued to push their boundaries. Everyday Life, 2019, was their most diverse and challenging work, recorded in different locations and blending global sounds, gospel, and social commentary. It was an ambitious, dual-sided reflection on the human condition. This experimentation led directly to their latest Cosmic Phase with Music of the Spheres, 2021. The album was conceived as a vibrant sci-fi concept, fully leaning into galactic pop and cementing their role as seamless collaborators in the modern music landscape. The single My Universe, a chart-topping partnership with global K-pop phenomenon BTS, proved their ability to transcend genre and culture, making them the first British group since the Beatles to debut at #1 on the Hot 100 with a collaboration. Beyond the music of the Spheres World Tour became an industry standard for its sustainability commitment, utilizing kinetic floors, solar power, and low-carbon production. They remain not just musical superstars, but powerful global citizens, advocating for climate action and social causes. With over 100 million records sold, an unmatched live spectacle, and a creative restlessness that continues to define them, Coldplay's celestial journey is a testament to the power of melody, reinvention, and shared experience. They came to mend broken hearts, but they stayed to light up the world. They came to mend broken hearts, but they stayed to light up the world.